Hi, everyone. So a little bit of bad news and a little bit of good news. The bad news is, even though there was a clear forecast this morning, the rain decided to show up. So the Spark in the Park event that we were going to be presenting at for the Randwick City Library was cancelled. But we've decided to do it live from home so that you can tune in and listen to A Rabbit's Tale. You can listen to the new book. We can do a little bit of mindfulness and a little bit of movement. And if you're also in a place where it's rainy, then it might be a nice thing for you to tune into if you've got kids at home with you. So we're setting up a little bit of a picnic in the front room. So Sienna's going to start off with her yogurt. What are you going to have, Aurora?
I want yogurt.
Just one snack for you, one for Sienna. That's it. And you guys might like to do the same. Grab yourself a picnic and tune in. We're recording this on Zoom and live on Instagram. So lots of ways to share it with you. There's your yogurt when you're ready, darling, too. All right. So, girls, you can find a little seat. Sit here, Sienna. You're happy there, Aurora? And let me get someone. All right. First person that I'd like you to meet today, and I wonder if you can guess who it is in here. Okay, this little character has got, he's white and he has fluffy fur and he's got long pointy ears and he likes to eat carrots. Who do you think it could be, Aurora? It's Ralphie the rabbit. So this is Ralphie the rabbit. He says, "Good morning, everyone." Say, "Good morning, Ralphie."
Good morning, Dad.
And you can give him a little wave. Ralphie loves this time of year because it's coming up to Easter. And he loves joining in for Easter egg hunts and that kind of thing. So this is Ralphie, and he's also the main character in the first book that I'm going to share with you, A Rabbit's Tale. All right, so let's get started. And this is, I wrote this book, so I'm the author, and my sister, Kat Buchanan, she illustrated this book, so she drew all the pictures. All right. There you go. Okay, let's get started. Here's little Ralphie.
Yeah.
Rabbit's Tale. Ralphie grumbled. A very bad day. He had a mind full of worries and did not feel okay. This morning he panicked before a big test and he thought his heart might jump out of his chest. At lunch he came close to a loud swarm of bees. He froze up in fear and dropped to his knees. And he really wanted to be in the school play, but I was too scared to try, his inner voice would say. So Ralphie declared, "I do not want to stay. Life is too tough. I'll just run away." While he packed away carrots with a good old shove, "Hoo-hoo," called Owl, perched high above. "Ralphie, dear rabbit, don't just give up and go. There are things you can do to feel better, you know." But Ralphie was stubborn. He'd made up his mind. So he hopped off to leave his old life behind. "Hey, who's there?" Ralphie squeaked, whiskers trembling with fear as a big furry creature began to appear. Ralphie panicked and fled as fast as he could until he tripped on a rock in the middle of the wood. And head over heels he flew through the air, landing face to face with a big brown bear. Bear! Ah! Hi, little rabbit. You appear to be frazzled. Your fur's standing up, you're racing off in your travels. You're breathing so fast. Your eyes are wide, I can see. Could I teach you a way to feel calm and free? You want to get some more yogurt? Oh, I think that's all finished, Sienna. Could I teach you a way to feel calm as can be? Let me get a tissue. I think I've got yogurt on my hands now. I think that one's all finished, Sienna. You squeezed it all out of there. Okay. So Bear showed Ralphie how to breathe deep and slow. She sat down beside him while they gave it a go. They breathed into 3 and out back to 1. And Ralphie left feeling calmer than when they'd begun. Back on his journey to escape all his woes, Ralphie heard a hiss from down near his toes. Whoops, young rabbit, watch out for my tail. I can see that you're shaken. You've turned ghostly pale. Would you like me to show you a way to recover? Close your eyes, use your ears, and let us discover. They noticed the chirping of birds and the buzzing of bees. They felt a cool breeze and heard the rustling of leaves.
Hey, Mama.
Thank you, darling. Do you want something else now?
Yeah.
What are you going to have now? Put this one in the bin.
I got that.
And you want to have a carrot?
That's that.
Yeah, you have one snake. Good girl. All right. Where are we up to? So, Ralphie found that this trick helped him stay in the present and seemed to make everything so much more pleasant. He now felt ready and better prepared in case something happened to make him feel scared. Upon leaving the snake, Ralphie came to a stream. He climbed onto a raft. This looks fun. What a dream. As he floated along, enjoying views of the sky, he was suddenly caught in a current. Oh my! Ralphie paddled as hard as he thought that he could, and he wished to be safely at home in the wood. But an unhealthy thought crept up from within, saying, I doubt you can make it. Your chances are slim.
I'm dying.
Jelly? Ready? There you go, darling. Yep, one for you, one for Aurora. Okay. He could not stop thinking this negative thought when a butterfly arrived to offer support. I have a solution that might help you along. Could you focus your mind on a positive song? So Ralphie started singing to himself. Oh, down there, down there. Box. That's it, over here. What do you want now, sweetie? Do you want to have some cucumber or your jelly? All right. I have a solution that might help you along. Could you focus your mind on a positive song? So Ralphie started singing to himself. Paddle, 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 I am strong, strong, strong. Can you sing that with me now and paddle with Ralphie? Yeah, get your paws out to paddle. Paddle, 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 I am strong, strong, strong. Can you do it, Sienna? Paddle, 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 I am strong, strong, strong. Good work. And before Ralphie knew it, he was back on the bank with butterflies uplifting wisdom to thank. From valley to peak, he continued to hop and suddenly thought, I'm ready to stop. As he followed the stream that would lead him back home, he found a small rabbit, all lost and alone.
That's that.
No, darling, that one's Aurora's. Okay, because you paid your burger, so that's an Aurora. You want to have a cucumber or a carrot or an apple? Yeah. All right. On a trip with her family, she'd fallen behind. Now, Ralphie thought, it's my turn to be kind. So they breathed into 3.
My fin.
And out back to 1.
My fin.
Ralph, and both felt calmer than when they'd begun. Then they closed their eyes and began to discover a world full of senses to help her recover. Then they sang cheerful songs and hatched clever plans to safely get home to their burrows and clans. You're back, hooted the owl. I'm so happy to see. Please share your tales of adventure with me. Bear taught me to breathe deep down, darling, because there's people who might be watching on here, so they'll need to see you. Can you sit down, Aurora? Thank you, honey. You're back, hooded owl. I'm so happy to see. Please share your tales of adventure with me. Bear taught me to breathe deep and slow. This will help me calm down if I'm scared of a test. I've learned to recover from fear with snake sense and scaring. Yes, darling. Scary bee, fox, or spider. I've now got a plan. I've learned to cheer myself on in butterfly's way, and now I feel ready to try that school play. Ralphie continued to practice these lessons each day, and suddenly life was much better this way. And that is the end of a rabbit's tale. All right. Now, before we move on to our next activity, let's see if we can do some bunny breaths. These are Ralphie's favourite breaths, and they can help him to wake up in the morning. If he's feeling a little bit tired or sleepy, these breaths can really help to energize him and wake him up. So let's breathe like Ralphie. Can you get your bunny paws out in front of you like this? Sit up nice and tall. Okay, and imagine that we're going to be sniffing to see if we can find some yummy carrots. Just sit down, Aurora, while you do it, darling. Yeah. And you sit down while you do it. Yeah, sit down there. All right, sit down like Ralphie, or you can come on your knees if you want to. Okay, because a rabbit probably looks a bit like this. All right, we're going to go sitting up nice and tall. Bunny paws out in front of us. We're going to take 2 quick sniffs in through our nose and then let it out through our mouth. Let's go. Ready? Beautiful. All right. Nice bunny breaths to wake us up. Now there's somebody else in the bag of tricks over here that would like to meet you. And I wonder if you can guess who this is. This is a big grey elephant. Yeah. And he's got big ears. Aurora, can you tell who it might be? Guess who? A big grey elephant. He's got a big trunk and he goes, and he likes to stomp around in the jungle. Big floppy ears and a trunk that goes. No, that one's for Aurora, darling, because you've had it already. And that's right. So here's an elephant. Come and sit down. Do you want to sit down with elephant, darling? Sit down next to me and hold on to elephant. Yeah. There you go. All right. So elephant's got big floppy ears and he's really good at listening. So we're going to do a bit of a dance now, practicing using our big ears to notice what sounds we can hear. And we'll be taking a journey through the jungle. So let's see if while we do this, you can guess what animals you can hear. And at the end, there might be a scary animal that we need to run away from. Okay, so I'm actually going to need to play this through my phone. Let's see if I can do this while the Instagram live is up. Let's see if this works while it might not work while we're on Instagram. Maybe I'll do it for me. There we go. No. All right, you can have your yogurt. We're going to go walking in the jungle. Walking in the jungle. So start walking. Move this up so it can see us. 2 steps, 3 steps forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps back. Stop. Listen, what can you hear? Is it a frog, Sienna? I think you're right. Let's hop like a frog. Can you hop like a frog? Now we're stomping in the jungle. Ready? Ready to stop? Stomping in the jungle, stomping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. Stomping in the jungle, stomping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps back. Listen. What's that animal? What is it? It's a monkey. Can you walk like a monkey? Now we're jumping in the jungle, Jumping in the jungle. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. Jumping in the jungle. Jumping in the jungle. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. One step, two steps, three steps forward. One step, two steps, three steps back. Stop. Listen. What's that? What's that? It's a bird. You get your wings out. You can fly now. Imagine you're flying high in the sky. And now we're going to start skipping. Skipping in the jungle, skipping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. Skipping in the jungle, skipping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. One step, two steps, three steps forward. One step, two steps, three steps back. Stop. What's that? Listen. Oh my gosh, what's that animal?
Tiger.
That sounds scary. I think it's a tiger. Should we run? I think we better run from this one. Come on, quick, let's go. Gosh, that was scary. Okay, let's just stop that music now because the song's over. And I'm a bit tired.
Who's tired?
I'm a bit tired from running away from that tiger, so I think we should sit down now. Oh, you know, I think there's someone who could help us calm down and recover from the tiger that we've just been running from. Let's see who that is. Okay, can you guess who this might be that can help us to calm down and recover from that? No, this animal's actually got brown fur and he's got one shiny wet nose, two big furry ears, two big goggly eyes, and it's a bear. But this is a friendly bear and a really calm bear. Because did you know that bears, yeah, Sienna, do you want to hold the bear?
Yeah.
Did you, Roy, you hold the elephant, or Ralphie, right? You can hold the elephant. So did you know that bears actually hibernate? They go to sleep all through winter. So for them to go to sleep for a long time, they need to take long, slow breaths in and out of their noses to get really calm. So we can do that now, okay? And all we need to do is count our slow breaths in up to 3. We go, and then we count down to 1 as we breathe out. Let's do a few of those together, girls. Breathing in and out. Nice and slow. Breathing in and out. And remember that those long, slow bear breaths can help you to feel really calm and relaxed. And they're a great one to do before you go to bed. Or if you've been running away from tigers and you really want to feel nice and calm and recover. That's nice of you, darling. She has already had a yoga, but we'll put there if she wants it. If she wants some more. Okay. Now what's next? Bear breaths. We've got Mummy's actually got a new book to share with you guys now, and my girls haven't seen this yet either. Do you want to come and have a look at this next book that we're going to read? So this is. So some of you, if you're following along on Instagram now, you might have seen that I've done a few posts recently, sharing with you. There you go, darling. Sharing with you a little bit of a sneak peek at my next book, and that's called I Am Zen Like a Zebra. And this book's going to have alphabetical affirmations. So it's going to be an A to Z book that has rhymes on each page that link affirmations, positive affirmations, which are great messages for little kids to hear, especially the ages 0 to 7, when we're forming our beliefs about ourselves that we'll carry for the rest of our lives. And it also includes mindful movements, and it's all inspired by nature. So it's animals or things like mountains that you might see in nature as well, or birds' nests. Okay, so let's go through that, and we can do the we'll read the book and do the actions at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start at page 1. A. I am awesome, like an alligator with long and snappy jaws. So let's see if you can get your snappy jaws out. And I actually like to lie flat on the floor for this one and get your big jaws out like this and go, oh. awesome like an alligator with long and snappy jaws. I am buoyant like a boat floating off beyond the shores. So you can sit like a boat with this one, and you can see if you can balance on your bottom by lifting your feet in the air and your arms out beside you. And if you wobble out, or if that's too hard, you might like to just hold your knees like this, or even put your hands behind you like this. Do whatever feels good for you. I am clever like a chameleon, changing colours with the breeze. Now, chameleon is going to see if he can go on all fours like this and reach one arm and one leg out. So opposite arm and opposite leg, reaching out, reaching out and staying balanced like a clever chameleon. I am dynamic like a dolphin, diving through the waves with ease. So for our dolphin pose, we're going to actually have you can interlace your fingers and have your elbows flat on the floor. And then you're going to see if you can lift your bottom into the air like a dynamic dolphin, and even walk your hands as close as you can, walk your feet as close as you can towards your hands. Beautiful. All right, next.
Mommy,
You can do it, darling. You can have a go at doing that one. And now we have, I'm eager like an elephant, spraying water with my trunk. Okay, so to be our eager elephant, you can stand with your feet hip distance apart. You can bring your hands together to make a trunk. Start with them between your legs and go. You might make the elephant noise as you go up. And breathing in, down, in. Make your elephant trunk. Then we have, I am friendly like a flamingo with flamboyance and some funk. All right, so this is a bit of a balancing pose, this one. You're going to see if you can stand on one foot and see if you can bring your other foot as far up your leg as you can. It's okay if you still have it on the floor with your toe resting. See if you can challenge yourself and bring your foot all the way up to the inside of your leg above your knee. Whoa, and don't worry if you wobble out. It's all about just having a go and having fun and feeling good. Okay, so if you can balance on one leg, you might then bring your hands together above your head to make your flamingo beak like this. And just take some long, slow breaths while you're on there. And then you can swap over to the other side when you're ready. Maybe take 3 breaths on each side. Beautiful. Right, next one. All right, Sienna, you finished that one? Do you want to have your carrot or cucumber now, or finish your apple? Okay. And now we have grateful, like a giraffe, grazing on a grassy snack. So giraffes not only like to eat leaves from the trees, but they also like to graze on grass on the ground as well. So for this one, you can bring your feet as wide as you can out to the sides. And you can also make a mouth, the giraffe's mouth, with your hands. And you can bend over, keeping your legs straight, and see if you can touch the ground beneath you. And just imagine you're going nibbling on the grass or grazing on the grassy snack. And just pause there for a moment as you enjoy that nice stretch. Okay. Next one we have is, I am happy like a hippo rolling round on my back. Oh, this is one of my favorite poses, a happy hippo. So this is where you can lie flat on your back, and you can even hold on to your feet and just roll from side to side like a happy hippo rolling on your back.
Favorite one.
All right.
Favorite.
Next one. I am intuitive like an iguana, catching tasty flies. So for this one, you can actually come up to a plank position like this and imagine that you're going catching flies from the sky. All right. And I am joyful like a joey, jumping high up in the sky. So for this one, you can just stand, make your joey paws out in front of you. You can squat down and then push off the ground and jump as high as you can in the sky. Come back down again so that you're in almost like a squatting position here and jumping up nice and high. Maybe do 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I am kind, like a koala, sharing leaves with my young. All right, so for this one, we're going to see if we can wrap one arm, maybe your right arm, underneath your left arm, like you're wrapping around a tree, and you can bring your palms together. And then you're going to wrap your right leg around your left knee as far as you can. See if you can bring your foot around the other side. And then you can just squat as low as you can, maybe even folding forwards. You can always try it on the other side as well. And see how low can you go. Beautiful. So that's your koala. I'm koala.
Yeah.
I am limitless, like a leopard, when its race has just begun. All right, so for this one, we're actually going to get into this position. Again, we're in a plank position, but this time we're going to actually run our knees in towards our chest as fast as we can, like fast leopard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, where are we? Might need to do some bear breaths after that one. Okay. I am magnificent, like a mountain. Snowflakes falling on my peak. So for this one, we're going to stretch our bottoms towards the side, have our hands flat on the ground, and our feet as flat towards the floor as we can as well behind us. Keeping our backs nice and straight, making like an upside down V or a mountain.
Yeah, coffee.
Oh yeah, you probably don't like that one, Darren. That's Mummy's coffee. You want to drink your water? This one for you? That's Mummy's water bottle, so you can use one of the other ones.
No.
I am nurturing like a nest, taking care of wings and beaks. And for this one, you can just bring your feet together. You can even press your knees out to the sides using your elbows. Get your back nice and straight, maybe leaning forward as well. Ah, like a nurturing nest.
That is easy.
Resting wings and beaks.
That one is easy.
I am original, like an octopus, with 8 tentacles for arms. So you can stand up and be an octopus in the sea for this one. Floppy arms, and you can swing from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Careful with that one, Sienna. Good girls. Okay. Yeah, that one will be hot if you touch the light bulb. So swinging your arms side to side. Very good. I am peaceful like a panda, chewing bamboo with no qualms. So for this one, you can imagine that you are a panda. With your feet out to the sides, and you can lean yourself forward and imagine that you're chewing on bamboo. Getting a nice stretch forwards there. All right. I am quirky, like a quokka, smiling bright at home in Perth. All right, so with our quokka, you can actually lift your arms up like this. Imagine that you're smiling bright at home in Perth, and even make a laugh with a big smile, ha ha ha, and then bend forward and touch your toes. Reaching up, ha ha, big smile on your face, and down. And one more, up and down. Beautiful, all right. I am radiant, like a rainbow, shining down upon the earth. You can come to your knees for this one, and you can breathe in as you paint the sky with one colour, and breathe out as you paint back the other way. Breathing in, in one direction, and breathing out as you go down. All right. I am splendid, like a sunflower, reaching for the sun. Okay, and you can just stand up and reach your arms up above your head. Imagine that you're a sunflower, reaching your petals with your fingers towards the sunlight. And I am terrific, like a tiger, warming up before a run. So you can come to tabletop position here. You can reach one arm out in front of you, opposite leg behind. And as you breathe out, go, breathe in, out. We'll do that on the other side. like a tiger warming up. I am unique like a unicorn, showing off a dance. Another balancing pose here. So see if you can be unique like a unicorn by bringing one foot up behind you, hold it in this hand on the same side, reach the opposite arm up, stretch it out in front of you as you kick your leg back behind you. And if you wobble out of this pose, that's okay. It's all about practice and having fun and feeling good. So lifting your other hand up, reaching down in front of you, and see if you can balance there for a moment, maybe taking some deep breaths. I am venturesome like a vulture and often take a chance. So for this one, you can bring your knees out to the side and put your elbows inside your knees. Have your hands flat on the floor. And then you might even like to challenge yourself and see if you can balance on your hands while you bring your feet up behind you. So tipping forward like a venturesome vulture, taking a chance, and see if you can balance there for a moment. And if you fall out, that's okay. Jump back in and have another try. You have some cucumber, Sienna?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, we're nearly there. I'm going to put it down inside a pot in here. I am wild like a wave, tumbling over in the ocean. All right, so for our wild wave, you can lie on your back with your feet flat on the floor. And as you breathe in, bring your arms behind you and bring your bottom towards the sky. And out. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. A wild wave tumbling over in the ocean. I am expressive like an X-ray fish, blowing bubbles with emotion. So for our X-ray fish pose, you can actually lie flat on the floor, and then you're going to bring your hands underneath your bottom, so they're flat, one hand underneath, both hands underneath your bottom, flat on the floor. And then you're going to push up onto your elbows and look behind you, stretching your heart to the ceiling. And you might blow some bubbles here. Sienna, can you blow bubbles? Bubbles of emotion like an X-ray fish. All right, we're so close to the end. You guys are doing so well. This time, we're going to be yielding like a yak. I am yielding like a yak, resting in its woolly coat. So this is a nice restful pose, this one. If you're familiar with yoga, you'll know this is child's pose. So you bring your knees out wide to the sides. You can have your feet together behind you and just reach your hands out in front of you as far as you can go with your head resting on the floor. Let's make some long, slow breaths there. I'm having a nice rest. Now, final pose. I am zen like a zebra, so relaxed that I could float. And this is the title of the book. I'm zen like a zebra. And you can sit in a nice, peaceful position, just with your legs crossed, maybe with your arms or your hooves open like this. Nice straight back, relaxed shoulders. And just let your body relax. Let all the tension melt away. Just have a quiet Zen moment there. Noticing how hard your body's worked. And letting those muscles relax now. All right, and that is the end of the A to Z of alphabetical affirmations and mindful movements. Well done, guys. Okay, Sienna, we better leave that one there, darling. I think that we're probably just about ready to finish up. But I wonder, I do have someone else there. Sienna, do you know who's in here? We're going to put that on in a minute because we're going to do one more activity before we say goodbye to everyone. Oh, okay. Who do you think this is, Aurora? Guess who? I am an animal that lives in the jungle, or it lives in other places too, but often found in the jungle, and it slithers in a movement like this, and it makes a sound like it's a snake. Okay, you ready to play a game with snake? So here is snake. And we're going to imagine now that we are going to have a go. We're coming across a snake in the jungle. And the snake, we're playing a game with the snake. Actually, we're going to imagine that we're Zen zebras. We're zebras and we're standing like this. And we are going to jump over the top of the snake and try not to touch it with our foot. Can you have a go at doing that, Aurora?
Yeah.
Jump over the snake with both feet, and I'm going to put a song on for us while we do that before we say goodbye to everyone. Can you jump the snake, Aurora? All right. Ready? You want to jump over the snake, Sienna? 1, 2, 3, jump. Woo, you did it. Let's jump, Aurora. Ready? Oh, watch out for that snake. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. Okay. Done. Keep jumping. Jumping zebras. You might notice that it's easier to jump over the skinny part of the tail. And it's hardest to jump over the head where it's really fat. Okay. All right. Yeah. Few more jumps, guys. I think the song's really over. And then we're going to say goodbye to everyone. If you're at home, you might have a skipping rope or something that you can do this with. And if you have older kids, you might even like to, if you're in it with a big group of kids, what I do with a big group is I stand in the middle of the circle and bring the snake around like this and see if people can jump over it. Do you want to try and jump, Aurora? Jump over the tail? Well done. Sienna, do you want to try jump? Yeah. So with older kids, you can play it like helicopter, where you go around really quickly. All right, so I've just stopped the music there because we're finished playing our snake game now. Before we say goodbye, there's one more person, one more animal in the bag who would like to play guess who before we go. Now, this animal actually was someone who we met early on in Ralphie's adventure in the book. Now, this animal sits high up in a tree and it makes a noise like an owl. That's right. So we're going to finish with some owl breaths. Now, owl is our really wise friend, and we all have an owl in our head helping us make wise decisions. And a really good way of tuning into our owl in our head is to do owl breaths. Now, I'll show you what those look like, and you can join in with me. They go breathing in, and you can actually make owl eyes here. So you can put your hands over your eyes like this, or like this, or like this. You can choose. I'm going to do this one. And we breathe in, and we go, ooh, ooh. And make your out breath with your oohs as long as you can until you've got all the air out of your lungs. So try that again. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, one more owl breath. All right, and you might notice how good that feels in your body when you've done your long, slow owl breaths, because we know that when it's like humming, it's causing a really nice vibration that calms down our whole nervous system. Okay, and because we're doing a long out breath there, we're really tapping into our parasympathetic nervous system, our body's relaxation response. All right. So it's time for us to say goodbye. Thank you for tuning in. I might share the replay as well for those who want to join in later. Aurora's just